Not a whole lot of people do really believe in God and Jesus or anything that's like Christianity, but nobody really cares like what they say. Like I myself, as a Christian, I believe in any of that stuff. And if you are a Christian, and if you ever heard anybody say like God isn't real or Jesus isn't real or none of this stuff doesn't even exist, then the Christian would just like ignore them, because then they would just say like, have you seen God before? Have you seen God or Jesus before? Have you ever seen them before? Not everybody believes in the same exact things as you do. Like I had a coworker that said this, nope, I don't believe in that. That's what Stephen Hawking was. Like he said this once, quote, God is just a fairy tale, and you know what happened to him 2 days later? Boom, he died. And that's called instant karma. You see, as a Christian myself, like I believe, and a Christian should always believe in God and Jesus in the whole lifetime. And like not everybody believes in it, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And like going to church is actually good for you. Like it is. Like there's some people that like don't even want to go to church because they just don't want to. Like I know somebody that like didn't want to go to church, or because it's too early for them. Our services is like 9 to 10. That's like not even bad. You get like 1 hour of knowing about Christianity, and like it's good for you. Like going to church is good for you. Like us men and women all go to church. And the thing is, it doesn't even matter how young or how old you are. Going to church is actually good for you. I even remember I went to church camps, and that was honestly fun. And even the songs you listen to, there's even like some of the songs you can't even remember, because usually they don't post them on YouTube because they're not like, well, they're popular, like widely like popular. It's just not everybody really knows what like Christianity and stuff like that. Like yeah, not everybody really believes in that stuff. Like it's always this, that you should always believe in God and Jesus. Like the thing is, we're just doing this so that we can just tick off the devil, and that's what we need to do. Like whenever we make the devil mad, it's a good thing, because we're not joining on the devil's side, and we would never. I even made a movie in my notebook called Ben and Sam, God versus Satan. You know what happens? God wins and Satan loses. Because you know why? Because Satan will always lose. The devil would always lose. Never make a deal with the devil at all. Nope. I am never going to make a deal with the devil. You know why I'm not going to? Because I'm not going to. I'm not going to make a deal with the devil whatsoever. Joining the devil's side is not good at all. Now, there's so many people that you may not know what this game is. It's called Cuphead. It doesn't really has nothing to do with Christianity, but it's about these two brothers who made a deal with the devil. That like, now the devil said that if you win, the casino and all the loot is yours. But if you lose, I'll have your souls. Deal. And then Cuphead, which is the main character, rolled the dice, and then he lost. So what they had to do is they had to fight all of the other enemies just to get all those souls. And then there's like a part of the game where like the devil would say, but I see you have my contracts. As agreed, join my team. You can say yes or no. Now if you said yes, then then you're gonna be the devil's henchman. But like as a Christian, I would say no. Then you'd have to fight the devil, which is a little tricky. But hey, and I even fight him before. I've kicked his butt before too. And yes, I've kicked his butt. Like us Christians can literally go against Satan, and we would all win. Like Satan would lose, and he would lose, because like Satan does have power, but us Christians have way more power against him. Like us Christians would win. Satan would lose, because we can like make our own crosses, talk about Bible verses, and then he would be all weak and just be like, no, I give up, white flag. Exactly. Because as a Christian, as long as if we believe, then we could kick Satan's butt. And it doesn't matter if people say like God's not real, God's just a fairy tale, I don't believe in any of that. Don't listen to them. Do not listen to them. Like, some people don't believe in it. They're an atheist, and and you shouldn't even be that. You shouldn't be like that, because like you always gotta believe in God for the rest of your life, and you always gotta go to church on Sundays. Going to church is good for you. It's good for your soul, and it is not good for like and it's not good not to go to church if you don't want to, or you're saying because it's too early. Like, you always gotta go to church. Like, you always gotta have to. It's good for you. Going to church is not bad for you. Like, for example, like if you can't make it to church because you gotta work or you gotta go somewhere else that's important, then God can just be like, okay, okay, that's fine. Which I don't know if God would actually say that. Like I would be like, if I have to work, then I can't make it to church. And yes, I get sad, but but God knows that I have to work, and He knows that I'll be back. And then when I come back, God is proud of me. If somebody said they don't want to go to church all because they just want to like sleep in and not go because it's too early, then they're just being lazy because they don't want to go because it's too early. And like, going to church is good. It's good for everybody to go to church. And like, skipping church all because so that you just want to stay home and be lazy, that's just nothing. You always gotta go to church. It's good for you. Going to church is literally always the best thing for your soul and for your life. He was even the first by the soul. Behold, all souls are mine. The soul of the Father, as well as the soul of the Son, is mine. The soul whose sins shall die. Cause like, that's the thing too. Because these are Bible verses about soul, and I think it's talking about like all soul, and whenever we die, all soul will go up to heaven, and they would not go to hell. Like, we don't want to go to that place, and that is a bad place, and I am not using that as a swear word. And like, that's even the whole thing too. Like, when we go up to heaven, they do say that God gives you the perfect age when you go up to heaven. Like, I remember when my grandpa died this was like a little while back, and this is what my mom said: Grandpa is probably in a better place now. Yep, because when you die, you're not on you anymore. Your soul would leave your body, and then it would take you somewhere else happy. But nope, not everybody believes in the same thing as any other people, because they'll just like be all like, I don't believe in this stuff. I don't want to go here, dude. It's too early for this, dude. Not everything is always too early. I've always seen like kids in school like fighting, and then somebody would say, dude, it's too early for this. That's literally the only things that are too early for. It's never too early to go to church at all. It's good to go to church. You can't just be like skipping out on it all. I remember going to church camps, like, and it's been a while since I've been going to church camps. I remember we used to go to this one place called Yak. You see, I hated going, but it's a good thing I went, because like all day long we were talking about God and Jesus and stuff like that, and that was good. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I honestly I hated going to church all because it was too early. But then now I'm older, I like to go because it's good for me. Because usually as kids you don't like to go because it's too early, you just want to sleep in. But now I'm 20, and well, this was when I think when I turned 17, I started getting used to it. Like, and yeah, when we get older, we start being used to going. Like, when we had a sunrise service, my mom would always tell me, you can go to one service, you can choose one service to go. I used to go to both, but then after my sophomore year, she said you can either go to one service or another. You can choose. It's up to you. You don't have to go to both services, but you can if you want to. Like, our parents would force us to go to church all because it's a religion for us. It's a religion for us Christians, and it is always good to go to church. Like, if I had kids, they'll go into church. If I had kids, they are absolutely going to church. I don't care if they whine or complain or just want to sleep in. They'll go to church. And I'm gonna tell them this: going to church is good for your soul, and it's good for us, and everybody else do go to church. And the thing is, going to church is good. And there's always there's things that are like sins, like that one story when Adam and Eve ate the apple. That was a sin. When we eat some apples, it's not a sin for us because that's totally different than how it is today. Like, Christians don't kill. Nope. That's a sin for us. Like, things that Christians don't do is like other things. Like, let me think of another thing. A Christian doesn't hate the poor. Nope. Christians don't hate the poor. Like, I donate to people that I donate to people that need clothes. I just donated some clothes today. I didn't even need them. Like, Christians don't judge others. Nope. And Christians don't be insecure. And Christians don't believe in the devil. Nope. Christians don't believe in the devil. Christians don't own slaves. And yeah, and that's even the whole thing. Like, the fact that like we are God's children, like everybody is God's children. Like, we should like killing people is not good because that's something a Christian shouldn't do. Now the thing is, it is always good for like everybody to go to church because that stuff is good for us, and God is always proud of us for what we're doing, and it is always good because the thing is, it's always good to go to church. Like, on Sundays, I have 1 hour of church service, and I always do camp, and they want me to do something new. Oh, I'm going. I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. I usually wake up for 10 minutes to service, and then I would just go to the service for 1 hour, and then I go because it's good for me. Going to church is good for you. It's good for people who believe in God. If you had people that actually did not believe in God at all, then, well, it doesn't matter for them, because if they don't believe in it, then they don't believe in it. That's even the whole thing too, because like, not everybody believes in it, but don't listen to them. Like, some people would be like, that's not Jesus, that's not God, this stuff ain't even real. That's literally how some people are, because like, they don't care what they say, and then they'll just get instant comment, just like what happened to Stephen Hawking. Somebody even said, "Bro, God cannot even sink my Titanic." You know what happened? It sunk. That's because God did that, and it's called karma. And you know what they say? Karma is I can't say it because I don't cuss on my podcast. But anyways, it's always a good thing to go to church, and it's always a good thing to believe in God and Jesus, and you always have to believe. Now, you always have to believe in Christianity, and you always just gotta do good things, something that a Christian would do. If you wanna hear more podcasts, please leave a like and subscribe.